Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, March 30th. You'll be interested to know, 184 years ago, today in 1842, a physician in Massachusetts administered ether to a patient for the first general surgical procedure, allowing pain to be abolished during an operation and marking a humane breakthrough in medical care. This achievement transformed surgery by demonstrating that anesthesia could make complex procedures tolerable and safe, sparking rapid adoption of new methods and saving countless lives worldwide. So now you know. And now, it's time for the weather report. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and it feels like 38 degrees with 9-mile-per-hour wind. The sunset will take place at 7:07 and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:24. It looks like we're in for a mostly cloudy day with a high near 67 and a moderate southwest breeze, around 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 28 miles per hour. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 67. Tonight, expect a slight chance of rain after 5 a.m. with mostly cloudy skies and a low around 49, along with light winds around 10 miles per hour. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 39 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather, Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with a slight chance of rain and a high near 55 with a light south breeze. Wednesday turns warmer with a high near 73 and a chance of rain and isolated thunderstorms, with southwest winds gusting around 25 miles per hour. Cooling arrives Thursday into Friday with highs near 42 and periods of rain likely, with chilly nights in the upper 30s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, in 2025, Boston experienced its slowest year of post-pandemic population growth, according to newly released census data. Both the metro area and statewide growth were significantly lower than any year since 2021. The greater Boston population saw a year-over-year increase of only 11,991 from 2024 to 2025. A stark decrease from the 51,573 growth from 2023 to 2024. Statewide, Massachusetts recorded a population increase of just 15,524 last year, marking its smallest growth since 2021. Now on to sports. In a weekend steeped in history, the Huskies marched from 19 points down to create an NCAA tournament masterpiece. UConn defeated Duke 73-72 in a game that defied belief from start to finish. Huskies coach Dan Hurley praised the team's fortitude, saying, "We fought, we clawed, and put ourselves in position to take advantage of a mistake." Freshman guard Braylon Mullins made a legendary shot that did not even graze the rim, sealing the comeback with just 0.4 seconds left. UConn's victory not only advanced them to the Final Four, but also marked a significant achievement in college basketball history. In local sports, the Red Sox head to Houston tonight for Game 1 of a 3-game series against the Astros, with Ranger Suarez on the mound in first pitch at 8:10. Boston is dealing with some injury issues. Tristan Casas is sidelined with a ruptured patellar tendon, though he has been cleared to run the bases. The good news on the pitching front, Cutter Crawford and Patrick Sandoval are both ramping up an extended spring training today and getting close to rehab assignments. Meanwhile, the Celtics travel to Atlanta to face the Hawks tonight at 7:30. Boston is sitting second in the East, but they have got injury concerns heading in. Jaylen Brown is out with left Achilles tendinitis, and Jason Tatum is managing his Achilles carefully. The Hawks have been rolling since the All-Star break, sitting at 15-2 in their last 17, so this will be a tough test. On the positive side, the Celtics locked up their 12th straight playoff appearance yesterday, the longest streak in the NBA. On the ice, the Bruins host Dallas tomorrow night at 7. Boston is riding a 6-game winning streak behind David Pastrnak, who has been electric with 18 points in his last 9 games. The Stars bring Mikko Rantanen, their new acquisition leading Dallas in scoring, so it should be a good one. In top news, new research suggests the body may limit how many calories you burn during a workout, helping explain why weight loss is often smaller than expected. The logic feels airtight. Move more, burn more, weigh less. However, for many people, the math never quite adds up. In controlled studies, exercise often results in less weight loss than calorie models predict. Even with aerobic activities like walking, jogging, and cycling, most lose an average of 3.5 pounds over 6 months. This modest return for significant effort has puzzled researchers for a long time. Part of the answer may be that working out can increase hunger, making it easier to consume calories. Experts are also investigating a more counterintuitive phenomenon. An analysis suggested that people only burned about a third of the extra calories their workouts theoretically required. In other words, a run that should have burned 500 calories only added around 165 calories to the daily budget. The body seems to compensate for increased physical activity by reducing energy spent elsewhere. In business news, why the cost of your coffee has soared is a pressing question for many consumers. Fans of Reverie Roasters Bone Shaker Espresso Blend are experiencing sticker shock as coffee prices continue to rise. For years, a 12-ounce bag cost $15, but as of last spring, it increased to $17. Next month, Reverie's owner, Andrew Gove, plans to raise the price again to $18. Factors like tariffs, crop failures, and rising labor costs are driving these increases. Despite recent dips in commodity coffee prices, concerns about the Iran war are pushing them up again. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 5.5% over the weekend to about $66,000. Ethereum is down 7% to $2,000. And XRP is down 8% to $1.33. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham, just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Your body is betraying your right to privacy. Attachment to smart devices and biometric surveillance leaves Americans more vulnerable to police searches than ever. Unchecked, it will only get worse. The adage, know thyself, resonates in the digital age. Today, smart devices monitor your heartbeat, blood pressure, exercise habits, and more. This Internet of Bodies offers insights about your quantified self. Millions of Americans wear smartwatches reminding them to stand and breathe. These devices track bodily activity, which can help police if necessary. The data we produce is increasingly valuable. And in entertainment news, the Apple TV psychological thriller Imperfect Women, based on Araminta Hall's novel of the same name, is a twisted, sinister tale of friendship and the facades people build to prevent others from looking too closely. Utterly compelling, the series places a microscope on the lives of three longtime friends, forcing them to reflect on each other and the deceptions simmering just below the surface. Set in Los Angeles and its surroundings, Imperfect Women begins with a devastating event as Eleanor, played by Kerry Washington, is summoned by the police to identify the body of her best friend, Nancy, portrayed by Kate Mara. Well, alrighty, folks. It's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American author and philosopher Henry David Thoreau. And he said, "What lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are tiny matters compared to what lives within us." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the weather reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Boston.